Hi, it's Matt here from Go Green Autos. So today we have a Nissan E-NV200 electric van for sale. This is a 2015 Tekna Rapid Plus. Tekna models are the top of the range, so you get the diamond cut alloy wheels, you get the touchscreen sat-nav multimedia system from the Tekna lease, and you also get a passenger airbag as well. And the Rapid Plus bit means it's got the DC rapid charging and the upgraded 6.6 kilowatt AC charger, but I'll go into more about that in a minute. And this van is in exceptional condition for its age. We've just had the alloy wheels professionally refurbished. These are diamond cut spokes with grey painted inners. New tyres all round as well. And in the rear, it's got a new Wizardec floor, and the 12mm Wizardec flooring is much better quality than the ply and doesn't splinter. It's also non-slip and lasts longer. So this van has the 24 kilowatt hour battery, and that battery which sits down there under the floor is owned, so there's no battery lease, and it gives the van a range of about 80 to 90 miles in the summer, but all the details of that are on the website. And then if we jump in and start it up, we can see here the mileage is 47,934 miles, and because we can see two charge times there, we can see it's got the upgraded 6.6 kilowatt charger. As standard, these have a 3.3 kilowatt charger, and that just means faster charging when you're at home or when you're in a car park charging on AC. But of course this has the DC rapid charging as well, and that's obviously separate and charges at 50 kilowatt. We can see here the predicted range is 81 miles. That very much depends on how you drive, and if I just scroll around, the average driving was at 3.9 miles per kilowatt hour recently. We can see here it's got the touchscreen infotainment system as well, with a single slot CD there behind. We've got navigation, Bluetooth, FM, AM radio, CD. We've got an auxiliary input as well. We've also got quick route to our nearby charging stations, and it's also got the car wing system. We've got heating controls there, eco button, our gear selector, buttons down here for the menu system. It's also got cruise control and speed limiter as well. That's something else you get on the Teknas. Passenger airbag, as I said. Storage here in the middle. This one doesn't have the heated seats and heated steering wheel. It's got the standard plastic steering wheel, doesn't have that upgrade. But apart from that, it's top of the range. And obviously everything works as it should do, and it's all in very nice condition in here. So let's now talk about the condition, and if you've seen my videos before, you know I point out every minor little stone chip mark or scratch I can find. I don't hide anything because I want people to know exactly what they're buying, and then that allows people to buy the vehicle from afar without coming here to view it first. But of course it's here at Lyford if you do want to come and view, but most vehicles go without a viewing because of the detail in these videos, and then I can get the vehicle delivered to you. So very little to show you on this one. It's just in stunning condition for its age. It's really hard pushed to find a better van, and it really doesn't look like it's done the 49,000 miles. It's really been looked after well. It's only got one owner, this one as well. So let's have a walk around anyway, and I'll show you the condition. There's really not much to point out on this one, but anyway, as always, I've taken photographs of every panel and the things I'm going to show you. So if you go on the website, look at the photo gallery, you can have a look at everything in detail. You can also zoom into the pictures and have a look at full screen. But yeah, this one is in fantastic condition. It's got new tyres all around. We've had the alloy wheels refurbished as well. Starting on this side, let's just look down this side. There's no dents or scratches at all down the side. There was a few little stone chips on the door edge which touched up with a little bit of touch-up paint. The worst thing is there's a bit of chipping, or just general wear on these plastic wheel arch extensions, because they take all the stones and the debris from the road, and you always get that but that's plastic, and that extension generally does take a bit of abuse from the stones and things flying along from the front wheels, but very minor and much better than they normally are. Absolutely no dents or scratches at all down this side. Looking round at the front, the plastic lower section of the bumper is in really nice condition. I can tell that that top half of the bumper has been resprayed at some point in its past, so whether that's a whole new bumper or whether it's resprayed, I don't know. I can imagine it's probably had a whole new bumper on, because that lower plastic is in really good condition, and you wouldn't expect it to look like that at this sort of age. If I'm being super picky, there's a little bit of scuffing here on the tow eye cover, but the front bonnet here and your charge flap all chip free. Yeah, just really good condition, this van. Looking down this side, again, nothing to point out, no significant scratches on the mirror caps, all really nice. I don't think there's a single dent or chip on this bodywork on the sides. There's just a couple on the back doors, which we'll go to now. Again, this back black bumper is in really nice condition, and for a van that's been used, absolutely exceptional. So back doors here, there's a little dent there, and there's a little dent there, and one other, yes, there, tiny, but as you can see, all really small. There's a little one there as well. They really are insignificant for a van. Yeah, and it's, as I say, it's just exceptional. I'm being super picky to find anything to point out here. This has got the reversing camera here as well. The green number plates on it because it is a zero emission vehicle. And then if I open it up, as I said, we've got the new WYSIDEC flooring, because the original ply floor was a bit tatty, but it's got the original ply sides and wheel arch boxes put back. And these WYSIDEC floors are really nice. They just last so much longer, with an aluminium strip there to protect the edge. New tie down hooks all the way round, because they do tend to rust. But yeah, you can tell this van has been looked after, because it's got the original panels here on the bottom half of the door. So we've got ply at the top, but the original's on the bottom half, and yeah, really nice quality. You know, so much better than every other van I see. So yeah, it's clearly been looked after. And then if we look at this side here, the E-NV200s have a sliding door on both sides. There was a bit of damage on this floor when we had it delivered. It just had a bit of damage in transit. It had a bit of scratching here, just where the packer screws they provided was stuck to the surface, and then it got damaged in the delivery van, and it just scratched the surface of the WYSIDEC floor in there. So that's just got a bit of the brown silicone used over there just to fill the scratches. Here we've got our charge cable. So we have two charge cables with this. This is the original Nissan granny cable, a portable charger which allows you to charge on a 3-pin plug. And then here we have a new Type 1 to Type 2 32 amp AC charging cable. So looking on the inside, got new carpet mats on the floor, passenger airbag on this side. Yeah, and it's in really nice condition. You can see there's no scratching on the door cards, and yeah, nothing to really point out here. No rips or tears on the seats. The headlining is all in very clean and nice quality as well, and yeah, as I said, nothing really to point out. Then round on the driver's side, so on these Nissan E-NV200s, seat wear is a common problem, particularly this bolster here on the driver's seat, and that's just because of the height the driver's seats are at. If they were any higher, you would use the step here to jump up into it, and if they were lower, you would fall into the seat. But because of this sort of medium height, where actually you can get in and out just by sliding your backside over this bolster and put your feet straight on the ground, they tend to have more wear than other vans. And if they're used for sort of multi-drop delivery type use. I've seen vans with 15,000 miles with the foam hanging out here, with this all worn. So generally vans, these Nissan E-NV200s, generally at sort of 25 to 35,000, the seats are worn out, and it's all completely normal, and it's just because, as I said, the seat height on these. But this one is exceptional. That bolster is all still good. It has got a bit of sagginess in it, and it has worn a little bit, but not to the point you can feel the metalwork inside. And that's exceptional. That really is exceptional for one of these at this sort of mileage. So it hasn't been used where someone's getting in and out all the time throughout the day. You know, it's the sort of mileage this has done is someone's got in it, driven it, and only got in and out once a day or so, because you know, I see lots of these vans and that seat is more like a 15,000 to 20,000 mile seat. Let's move my bit of paper there. You can see there we've got a new carpet mat on the floor. The original carpets are all completely wear free underneath. We've got a storage tray here under the driver's seat. Under the passenger seat, the toolkit is there, the jack and brace as well, because these have a full-size spare hanging under the back. And again, all in really nice condition. Door cards are all scratch free. A little bit of wear on the steering wheel because these have just got a plastic steering wheel, so they just go a little bit smooth, but again much better than I would normally expect to see, just because this van hasn't had the sort of wear and tear that they often would do by this sort of age. So let's talk about the charging. So we release the charge port at the front with that lever there, and then under this flap we've got our two charge ports. So first off, this is our AC charging. It's a Type 1 charge port, and it's got a 6.6 kilowatt charger because this has got that upgraded charger, as I said. This is typically what you would use at home, connecting to a wall charger or using that portable charging cable that's at the back, or when you're at your workplace, or getting top-ups when you're on site during the day, or if you're on an AC charger, public charger, typically in car parks or sometimes on the street. This is your rapid charger, so this is a 50 kilowatt CHAdeMO, and this is where you would get that quick 20 to 25 minute charge to extend your range when you're out on the road. So typically in a motorway services, or often now in petrol forecourts, and this will go from 0 to 80% in about 25 minutes or so. So finally, I'll just show you the paperwork. We've got 2 keys with this van, and then in here we've got all the documents. We've also got the locking wheel nut down there as well, and the logbook shows there's no previous keepers, so only one from new, and the registration date is the 18th of the 3rd 2015. Here we've got the service history printout from the lease company, which mainly it's had tyre replacements because of punctures, but quite a few services as well, but I'll show you that in the service book. The service book wasn't previously stamped, but we got the record here of all the services, but I have just filled in the dates and mileages of all of those services. It's also just had a service to get it ready for resale. It's had a new cabin filter, new front wiper blades, new tyres of course. Also the reduction gear oil has been changed. That's something that isn't part of a standard service, but that's something we do on the Nissans just because it's well worth doing. Makes the vehicle last so much longer. You know, Nissan would say it's sealed for life, but I tend to find on the Nissans you've got to do it every 30 or 40,000 miles or so just to be safe. Also regassed it as well. Just looking at the notes here, it was about half full, so yes, it did need a top up, and that's normal because all cars lose about 40 grams of refrigerant a year anyway. Looking down the list, the front and rear brake pads are good, the brake fluid is good, tyres are all new of course, the 12-volt battery's been charged as well. The traction battery is currently at 86% state of health, so that's pretty good for one of these at this year. And reduction gear oil, so yeah, so that's all been done. And obviously this van is out of warranty now as well, out of the manufacturer's warranty. So servicing on these, particularly now all this has been done, is absolutely minimal. Yeah, you got many years of life left in this with absolutely minimal maintenance really. And then we've got all the past MOT certificates. The last MOT was done in February 2021 at 44,786 miles. The only advisories were 2 worn tyres, but of course they're all new now and have been replaced. And then we've got all the original books still. Service history book. As I said, it wasn't stamped previously, but we've got the service history report from the lease company. But this is how many services it had. So 5 in total. It's now had the 6th. So yes, it has all been serviced well, and particularly the extra stuff we've done, which is beyond the normal sort of Nissan service. Then yeah, this vehicle is all sound, all good, with many years of life left in it, and quite a good traction battery actually for one of these. And all the details of that again are on the website. So I think that's about it. I think I've covered everything. So as always, I can get these delivered anywhere in the country. So there is a cost involved in that, so if you let me know your postcode, I can let you know what that will be. It's based on distance, of course. I'm sure this will probably end up going to London, because that's where the demand for electric vans is now, because of the ultra low emission zone. So obviously, being a zero emission vehicle, there's no charges, there's no ULEV charges for this, and at the moment no congestion charges as well. There's also no road tax on these currently, and servicing is absolutely minimal. So these are very cheap vehicles to run, and compared to a diesel, these cost about 3 to 4p a mile to run, whereas a diesel is about 14p a mile. But if you can charge this on cheap rate overnight energy, typically something like the Octopus Go tariff, where you get your energy at 5p a kilowatt, then the running costs go down to a penny a mile. Or if you could charge this on solar or any free public charging, then obviously your running costs go down to 0 pence a mile. So this vehicle's ready to go, so if you're interested, give me a call or email. And as I said, I can deliver this anywhere in the country, and it will come to you on a flatbed or a trailer, and it will be fully charged and ready to use.